Today we're going to be doing the face up for Resinsoul Ya. Sorry for the background noise. My daughter's busy watching TV. First up, we have to look at what sealant we're going to be using. In South Africa, the only sealant available is Tamiya, and I think the other one is called Citadel Purity Seal, but I prefer the Tamiya because it's all that I've used so far. And it's the TS-80 Flat Clear Spray. This is the one that I use to seal before I start and to seal in between the layers during. This is the gloss sealant I put on the waterline and on the lips after I've done them. And please always be safe and wear a mask while sealing to ensure you do not damage your lungs. And always try to seal either in a well ventilated room or outside. I always wear this while sealing. These are the tools that I used. Earbuds to clean off mistakes. You use it with a little bit of water and then you clean off your mistakes that you made with your watercolor pencil or your watercolor pens. It also removes the gouache paint mixed with water. I use this quite often. I make a lot of mistakes. Then I have this plain beauty blender that you can buy anywhere by the beauty sections, that I just like to use to blend my pastels. And if I put pigment dust on, I also like to use this to remove pigment dust. Same with this. This is a Faber-Castel moldable or kneadable eraser. Artist, like, it's also not that expensive, artist grade, that I also like using. I break off pieces as I need them. And this is just a plain ordinary eyeshadow wand that I bought at one of our dollar type stores where they sell the makeup stuff. And for brushes, I like to use these Prime Art ones that I bought from P&A. They were quite cheap. I think I paid like 10 rand for them. And I got them in 0, 00, and 000. I got 2 000 brushes because I use this quite often. And whenever the brush hairs start sticking out and annoying me, I usually cut those pieces of brush hairs off to ensure that I can, every time, that I don't have problems like hairs going everywhere. And this was just a plain smoky eye brush kit that I bought from, I think I still bought it from Clicks. It wasn't, yeah, for me that was quite expensive. I think they asked 130 rand for it. But yeah, it works very well. I'm very happy with it. I do the blushing with this, and it has the little curved brushes and stuff in, which works well for the eyeshadow and when I do eyebrows. When I used to grind my pastels, I used to use my X-Acto knife, but now with the new pastels that I got, I don't need to do that anymore. So I also have toothpicks and a tweezer for when I have to do the eyelashes, when I have to install the eyelashes, and obviously a tiny pair of scissors is very helpful when you have to cut off pieces of lashes. Okay, now the materials I like to use is I use this gouache paint. I mix the different pinks for the lips with white and red. Sometimes I add other colors. This is the new watercolor pens that I got that I like to use. I've only used the brown in a previous face up. Unfortunately this set didn't come with a black, which is very sad because I'll probably have to buy another set that does contain a black, because I need black and brown. I didn't realize it when I purchased it, that it does not contain a black. I use this set black and brown a lot. If I open it up, you'll see it's been used. Oh god, it's a lot shorter than the others. Unfortunately, this set didn't come with white, so I bought that separately. I got just a normal Faber-Castel aqua one. Works quite well. And then the new pastels that I got were these. I'm very impressed with them. The pigment is very nice. Just get it out of the box. Okay, this is ridiculous. Sorry for that. The pigment is very nice, and I'm very impressed. I know this is used by a lot of face-up artists, and I know now why. You don't need to grind them, you can use them as is. Their texture feels like when you're using eyeshadow. And then I forgot to take this out. I have glitter and pigments. This was just a full white pigment that's no name that I bought at the craft store for 13 Rand, which is nothing for pigment. And these are all old pigments that I already had from 2009. It's gold. This is a new one that I got. I paid 20 Rand for it at the craft shop. I'm trying to see now. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it was called. But I know I've got two different types of silver. The one is silver and the other one is more like a glitter silver, which is both very nice pigments. And then the copper that has turned a very dark color. There you can see what I originally paid for these pigments at the same craft shop where I bought the newer ones. This is fairy dust that I actually bought from when I was baking cupcakes. And this is a new pigment that I bought from a local. That wasn't what I paid for it. They charged me 50 bucks. There you can see the original label. But I haven't found these locally closer to me. I had to get them from another province. And I think I bought them by Doodles. It was like 55 Rand. And it's the blush, it's like a pinkish color. I love this color. This and the white pearl is like something you need if you want to have nice nice shiny eyeshadow. You need this. And this was nail glitter that I bought, which I also, it's like a more, it's a different type of texture than the other ones. It's not exactly the same, but I also like this. There used to be 6 in here, but I've gifted the other 4 to different people. So yeah, and this is actually embossing powder. I have no clue. I bought it by accident. I have no clue if this will work or if it will stay in my dolls, so I haven't used it as yet, and it was very expensive. I know I paid quite a lot for this, and now I'll probably not use it, but we'll see. Okay, now I'm gonna start with the eyeshadow or the top eyeliner. I just like to, oh, see, mistake. Just like to go over it with a pencil. Make sure you get it all. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. This is my first time filming doing this. My first time doing a face up on a Resinsoul. I must say it's extremely thick resin, which I'm not used to. Try to always capture the dust and make sure it doesn't go anywhere else on the face, otherwise you have a forehead with marks on it or a chin that has marks on it. Sometimes it goes and it sits here at the top. It's very annoying and it stains, especially the black, so be very careful with the black. Okay, and now I think I want to mix the colors for doing the lips and the waterline. Even though I'm probably gonna cover up my waterline mostly with brown or black liner. Sorry, my cat is also here getting up to mischief. Even though I'm gonna cover it, I still like to do it properly. And this is for the top liner. I like going over the top, my water. Actually, I have a favorite brush. You can see it's been used. And I always have a piece of toilet paper. Okay, let's take some of the white. Now we start adding red. I like this darker pink. Just add a little bit of white. Yeah, there I contaminated the white. I don't want to use that one. This is by no means a professional video. I'm not a professional. I'm still quite new at this. Been doing it now for a year. I had a few practice dolls. Only recently the eyebrows started looking right. Okay, see, the paint has a very thick consistency, so you need to add water. And as you add water, you can see it goes thinner. Then it becomes like when you're using watercolor paint, which is almost what you want, because you don't want it to be too thick of a consistency before you put it on the doll. See, because the brush is so nice and thin, I can go in underneath. If you don't have a thin enough brush, there's just no way. And I know other people like to use pastel, I'm just not one of those people that like to use pastel for the lips. I prefer building it with wash paint. And then I literally just sit and I paint. Just be careful because the paint takes some time to dry. Oh, now I can see I have to clean up by the eyes. Oh. I'm sorry she might move out of frame because I don't have glasses. I'm supposed to get glasses. And I need to be close to see what I'm doing. And like I said, by no means am I a professional. Oh, look at that black mark over there. What I was talking about. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up just now with water. Ugh. See, I'm not used to her lip line. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean here. All I don't like about watercolor pencil is the fact that they make powder residue that falls everywhere. Correct. For this I need this the thin brush. Okay, no, it's not that one, it's this one. Why this brush is this different. And then go over with the clean earbud to make sure it's off. The reason why I switched to gouache for the lips is because I got annoyed with the consistency of the pastels that I previously had. It never used to look like proper lip color to me, and I like a very opaque color on lips. And you'll see once it's dried it has the consistency as if I used pastels or watercolor paint. See, See, and I go over and over until I'm happy with the effect. And I think I'm now happy with her lip color for now. You just see this one just looks a bit. So I just go over and over and over until I am happy. And in between I'd like to clean my brushes in the water. And with the toilet paper to ensure I can keep on using it. I like using the same brush for everything. Because it's, I think I've already cut this one, so it's very thin and workable. Okay. I think we're ready to do the other part of the black eyeliner. Just put it down. I always dab the excess on the piece of paper. And I sometimes like to go into the water again before actually applying it to the doll. Sorry, not sure if you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll take the head out of frame, sorry. There, we got that. Don't feel like giving her bat wings today. Don't want her eye makeup that dark. Think her lips can make up for it. But I'll probably put white pigment on the lips to make the lipstick lighter. Okay. Now I'm applying some pigment. The paint is dry, so that it's lighter in between. Gonna pick up the extra pigment just now. Oh, there it went to sit on the chin. This is why this is so important to have. I really don't want pigment yet. Oh, and I do blushing later in between. I don't always do it as a first step because I mess up when I do lips and things. Don't know if you guys can see her little shiny lips now. I really hope my footage is usable, because I keep on moving out of frame. Okay, y'all. I really like it so far. Okay, now we have to decide where the eyebrows are going to be so that I can start doing the eyeshadow. I'm gonna draw it on, so I get the shape first and then I start filling it in. Wait, is that the right spot where I want it? Not sure. Okay, let's make sure that's dry. Okay, let's first see where we're gonna be making these. I try to go as light as possible. Is that gonna be right? Yes, I think so. That one's just a bit higher. Is it Papa? Now we're doing eyebrows. I changed off camera, I changed the shape of this one, I didn't like it. I'm just using this little brush and the pastels. I'm literally just going over, like literally just going like that. Some darker brown. better to draw the eyebrows before starting with your shadow, because you don't want to be wiping off your eyeshadow right now. Don't think I'll use that one. And then just a little bit of black. Just to get a deeper color.
long, but there are a few games or a good chunk of games out there where you have to wait a while before you jump in. the same numbers in USD. But what do you guys think? I think this is